Welcome to our Two Posh podcast. I am Gabrielle. I'm your host today. Here with all my co-hosts are here today. My daughter Marcela.
Hello.
Our Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Bernie.
Yes. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
And my son Gino.
I'm back.
Finally.
So happy
And
about this.
Spider, DJ.
Hello.
No. No.
It's his birthday today. Happy birthday,
you know what?
Spider.
You're right.
Thank
It's
you.
Spider. I'm
Happy
still disappointed
birthday,
about
Spider.
Happy birthday.
And we have a very special guest today that I'm so excited to announce. It is Mr. TJ Glover.
Hello, hello.
Yay.
And he's here with MVP Vodka.
I gotta say,
That is the company.
You just have this really cool looking vibe to you, man. Like you just
Doesn't
look
he?
cool. Yeah, like he
I
just
know.
has this cool vibe.
I appreciate that.
Well, we met TJ at the Night of Superstars, which is a charity event here in Dallas. And he was there with his MVP vodka that he donated to the event. And
Nice.
we found out right off the bat that he has something extremely special that I had never had before in my life. I'm not a vodka drinker, really, but it is a lemon berry vodka that
Incredible.
is, and Chino never drinks.
Yeah.
Did you bring us any?
Not the lemon berry. I thought it was in my trunk, but
Yeah.
I do have the regular with
All
me.
right.
Huh?
We'll put some
I have
regular
some
berry.
cranberry.
Yeah, see,
We'll add our own berry to it. It's fine.
It's
So
unreal.
is there another one out there in the market like that?
no, there's no other lemon berry out there. So
It is literally unbelievable.
like you can drink it
so you tried it?
straight?
Yep.
I tried it.
I
I
did.
loved it. It was.
Yeah.
Gino
Oh, yeah.
drank it with a little.
Really?
Did you not drink it with some cranberry juice?
The first 2 or 3 were juice, and then they ran
Two or
out of
three.
juice, and then the last couple were just straight with ice.
It
So
was
right
so
before I threw
good,
up,
you guys.
the last one had no.
No, it's probably the best thing I've ever had.
No kidding.
No,
Wow.
like, for real.
That's hard
Yeah.
to find something unless you have an acquired taste of certain liquors and whatnot that you can sip. But if for those who have to have it mixed with something to make it sweeter that you can drink it straight up is kind of
I
interesting.
couldn't believe it.
No
It was
kidding.
unbelievable.
yeah, we're pretty proud of that one.
You should be. That is, I mean, incredible.
Yeah.
But since you brought one, will you show us the bottle? I'll break out the cups, you guys.
I know. Oh, that's
bottle's
cool.
Nice.
Red cups. So how did you? I mean, that's really cool
Oh,
looking.
yes.
How did you come up with the design for MVP?
Oh man, it was a lot of time. A lot of us in a room like this.
Well, with that being said, real quick before you go in that, are you the sole owner? Are there multiple people who do?
No.
Okay.
I have a very, very small piece.
all right.
Our big majority owner, boss man, is Roy Williams.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, former Cowboys receiver.
Nice. Yeah.
Uh,
He has a big security company now, right?
No. So Roy is, the one who played at Texas.
Yeah.
He's got a trucking company out in Odessa.
Okay.
He's from Odessa, and I'm from Midland. So
Okay.
we played against each other from 7th grade till the time we graduated. We've always kind of been in touch, and
Dude, he used to knock some heads off, man.
yeah. So big time receiver, and wanted to start a vodka company, and I kind of caught wind of it, and I was like, hey,
Dude, that's cool.
I want in.
So how long did it take you guys thank you. Oh, this is so awesome. From a concept of, Roy, I mean, you guys have been friends for forever.
Yeah.
And did he approach you or did you approach him or how did the whole thing come into play?
So it started with his co-founder, which is BJ Johnson, who also played receiver at Texas. He's a Grand Prairie kid. And I had met BJ through a mutual friend. And so when I caught wind of it, I actually called BJ because Roy doesn't communicate on that level. So I contacted BJ and we got to talking about it. BJ knew my sales background from this mutual friend who I had kind of helped him start up a business and doing T-shirts and hats and hoodies. And after 6 years was being acquired for $100 million.
Wow.
But I had no piece of that. So I was kind of ready to get out, trying to find something with some equity and everything. And so BJ kind of knew my background and what I'd done for that company. And, we kind of got on the phone together, me, BJ, and Roy. And this thing just kind of formed. And we started, designing bottles, started doing taste, and it all started with everyone bring in your favorite vodka. And then you have to.
What was your previous favorite vodka?
I was an absolute guy.
Okay.
But like I said, you mix a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so everyone had to go around the table and taste all of them.
How's that?
Those are fun
I know,
meetings.
right? That lasts about 20 minutes, and then you guys are slurring the words. I've always had the question of, there's different ways, and when I say this, whoever's listening, I don't really know anything about what I'm about to say. So if it sounds off, then that's because I don't know much about it. But it's distilled differently, and there's different ways.
I was about to ask that same thing.
What I've never been able to grasp or understand, I'm a big bourbon drinker. I love whiskey and bourbon. And I still don't even grasp all the way those things are distilled and the way they're made, and people can tell the difference in this and that and so on and so forth. And I can tell when there's some smoother types of bourbons or vodkas, or you can definitely tell when there's a shit well, or there's a better type of vodka. How did you guys figure out the kind of recipe of how you wanted this to go about? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
So we wanted to do something different. Of course, the vodka category is just flooded, so many different companies. So we had to try and find something, something different. Being a Texas vodka, you got your Tito's and all those guys that are corn and different things like that. So we didn't want to do corn. We didn't want to do potato. So
potato like a Russian thing? Did I just make that up?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah, I don't know that, right?
Yeah.
That's nice.
And, so we went with a wheat, an American wheat, which
Crazy what you can make
Grey
with it.
Goose and Kettle One are wheat, but they're European wheats. So we used an American wheat and tried to go after that profile.
Wow.
Oh.
Are there any other? Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
the first thing that I noticed is I was shocked that this name was available, especially coming from having a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah.
Was he in the Hall of Fame or
no.
But he was a big player, I mean, big time Dallas Cowboys player. So the natural thing is MVP. I mean,
Yeah.
That is crazy that's
available is incredible.
We were really surprised that was available.
How did you guys so I mean, you are right, you're trying to separate yourself, trying to figure out how do you create something in a flooded market based on what you just said. And I think we can all agree, you go to a liquor store, you go to anywhere, there's 100 vodkas, 100 gins, 1,000 bourbons, so how did you guys decide on MVP as the name in a flooded world to set yourself apart? I mean, I would think this, like you said, like football.
Unbelievable.
But
yeah, I think it's so cool.
How'd you do that?
So we wanted to do something sports related. There's never been, everyone has their marketing campaigns, but there had never been like a brand, named, specifically for sports. And so we started just kind of throwing out some names, and someone said, I think it was Roy said MVP, and we were like, oh, dude, that's
never
perfect.
gonna be available.
That's perfect, but it's probably not going to be there. We kind of looked it up, and it was available. So I mean, we kind of ran with that and tried to.
You had to be so excited.
Oh man, we were super excited. Yeah.
How long has this been going?
We just hit 4 years last month.
Okay, and are you in all liquor stores?
We are in some Specs. We're in Goody Goody, your Total Wines, some of your smaller ones, your liquor depots here in DFW.
Got it.
But yeah, we're in Texas, Nevada, and Colorado.
Okay.
So I had a friend of mine
in Vegas.
Vegas?
Mhm.
Yeah. We've got a deal with MGM in Vegas.
Hey,
No kidding.
that's
Congrats on that. That is a
awesome.
big deal.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine that works for TX
Yes,
whiskey. Yeah. And they were telling me that to get, and TX is pretty known, at least in
Yeah,
Texas. It's a Texas whiskey, but to get into those stores is one of the, it's like hitting the lottery from my understanding. That she was telling me it was so brutally hard because it's just flooded and there's so many people push it in. That's huge.
How did you do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Relationships, we tried to build a lot of relationships within, it was a 2-year process of coming up with the name, doing the bottle,
2 years,
what kind of the taste and
Really?
everything like that. So it was just a long process.
And manufacturing, I'm sure that's hard to figure out too.
Finding a guy to do the bottles and different things and going back and forth and changing things. So it was a long process. So we met a lot of people during that time that had other relationships. We kind of used those.
It's awesome. And I know you showed us, I think, the new design for the new bottles.
Yes.
Is that it?
No.
But you have a new one, right?
Yes,
You guys are changing the bottle up again?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us how,
really
because
cool.
it's so cool.
Can we get any pictures or can we see, or is it top secret?
Yeah. Figure out a way to get it up. But yeah, it's we want to go for more of like the show bottle. Really stick out on the vodka shelf. People who pretty much do bottle service, it's for show.
Yes.
And so to have a really cool bottle that people are like, hey, I want that bottle.
one.
That's what makes me go for alcohol anyway, or even wine. I'm like, oh, I like that bottle.
Yeah. Well, that name, I'm too like that.
All right, yeah.
So we're trying to really use that and do something that really says MVP, whether it's, sports or lifestyle.
Wow. All right.
So
that's cool.
More gold, more pop, different things like that. But it'll be the only type of vodka bottle out there like
So
that.
it looks like that.
So Roy, you guys are all based here in Dallas, right? Or in the okay. So are you making big pushes into the club scene? I mean, I feel like it's the obvious. Maybe it's not, but are you guys making big pushes into the club scene to meet with owners? Because I'd almost wonder if trying to create that lifestyle brand, one of the aspects is, right, one of the avenues is a lifestyle brand, like you were saying. It almost seemed like it'd be cool to work these deals where you meet with some of the big clubs, in Dallas and Fort Worth, specifically since you guys all live here. Everyone knows who Roy Williams is. To get in there and just talk to the owners or the managers about, hey, let's put a few bottles in here, discount it heavily, and get them just to where when someone orders their bottle service, I mean, whether it's heavily discounted or you guys, am I throwing it off too much?
No,
but I'm just thinking,
no.
You guys want to hire me? Because right now I'm all sorts of good ideas.
You're good.
Brady will sell it for me.
Yeah. I just sold myself on it. I'll buy it.
The thing with these guys, I mean, it's the same with liquor stores. It's hard for small brands to really get in there. You get a little bit of pull just because it's a Texas brand, but still they want money.
They want money?
How does that work?
What?
Well, it's a gray area that a lot of them take advantage of. So the Tito's guys, they can go in there and say, hey man, I'm going to give you $500 this month and just make ours the feature, but we can't go into every bar and do that. We can't do that type of stuff. So the big brands get a lot of pull, they're ordering cases at a time. That we started off and we were like, okay, well, I'll buy your first 2 bottles. You buy 4 bottles, I'll buy 2, put us on feature. We started kind of getting with some guys like that, but other people are like, well, what can you do for me?
Sure.
And that starts getting really
it's
expensive.
that saturated that you actually have to pay to be there.
Well, because
incredible.
the big guys do.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
So what is the goal for the vodka?
Acquisition.
Someone to buy it.
We want to build a brand up, get it recognized really well, and for one of the big companies to acquire us.
I see.
I didn't realize, I worked in medicine for 11 years, and that happens. I know that companies buy big companies. I had no clue. That didn't make any sense to me. I mean, I hear you saying right now, that doesn't make any sense to me in the sense of having like a Tito's, or I don't even know the names of the places, but coming in buy MVP. So if that happened, would they change the name of it? Would they leave it the same? It's just the brand recognition they appreciate, and they'd
leave it the same pretty much. I mean, George Clooney's Casamigos
Ooh,
tequila.
I love it. My favorite.
Not too many people know about it. Not too many people knew about it. And then, I mean, even liquor stores that I had talked to, they were, kind of discounting it, or it was on closeout. And then all of a sudden, he sells for $1 billion, and this hits the news, and then everyone's like, I want to taste this tequila.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's everywhere.
And it is so good.
And it's because
I can drink it straight.
It gets bought by one of those big companies who already have the marketing, already have the market flooded. Now this is our product.
Yeah.
That seems like 1 + 1 = 2. That makes total sense. It initially didn't, but man, makes total sense.
Deep Eddies, they did it for 4 or 5 years and sold it for $380 million.
Gosh.
And
good Lord.
And then, those guys made their money and went other ways, and the company that bought it kept it going and did even more with it because they've got those deep pockets.
Wow.
Unbelievable. So you have a deal with MGM.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about? I mean, that's amazing.
That was another relationship. Well, of course, Roy loves to go to Vegas. He spent a lot of time at Bellagio, and so we kind of got to meeting some people when we were coming up with the idea. And then we brought on kind of a celebrity bartender, Russell Davis, who's been on Bar Rescue and all these other things.
I was like, how are you a celebrity? What makes a celebrity bartender?
I mean, he travels around the world doing different things.
That is a thing?
and he consults.
I guess so.
Consulting.
I've actually saw that from Bar Rescues. Where I saw
Bar
from.
Rescue, and all these guys. I mean, they're
What do you mean?
So they create these drinks. They depending on what you're trying to accomplish. I mean, and then correct me if I'm saying it wrong.
From Bar Rescue.
From Bar Rescue.
Well, first of all, it's a bar that's kind of
falling,
not really making any money,
Okay.
and so the owner wants to bring someone in, so they come in and figure out what the problem is. They change the look of the bar, change the menu, maybe get some recipes that are easy to make drinks, get them out fast. So they bring in these celebrity bartenders to train the staff, create cocktails, teach them how to make it, time efficiency, and then they relaunch, these bars. But these guys, I mean, they do that, but then also, they could be on a project where they're redoing all of Chili's menus, worldwide. They're redoing all of, another restaurant, but they create these cocktails that go on the menus.
Crazy.
Well, I saw that you guys have some amazing recipes too. I was like, I'm looking at it.
Like
I'm
vodka drink?
Wait, yeah, like the perfect Christmas drink. Want to hear it?
What is
Ooh.
that?
A cup of cranberry juice, an ounce of MVP vodka, of course, a mint leaf, and raspberries.
So
I'm like, I want to do that.
this is actually I showed
this
you
is cool.
I showed you kind of just the glass.
Yeah.
This is new.
What is it? Tell us.
That's with a little bit of design that we've had.
Oh, that's
done.
the design. Yes.
Yeah, that's a couple different
So will it
options.
be a white bottle like that?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Oh, cool.
We don't want it to kind of go to the rum chata look.
Yeah.
I
But,
literally was gonna say that for sure.
That's
Which is so
very
good
cool.
still, though. By the way,
Yes,
I love
Yes,
it.
especially that with
coffee.
coffee
Oh, yeah.
and Fireball. It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Mm.
you alcoholics,
Favorite cereal.
you alcoholics. I'm having. What do you have for breakfast? Cinnamon toast crunch.
Yep.
Liquid.
I'm drinking
liquid form.
So on the MVP vodka, I don't know if it was a Twitter page or there's all these different recipes and they all sound amazing. They have an MVP vodka spritzer. I mean, I was like, wow, these recipes, I want to try them all.
Which is cool
very
because
cool.
I have always I don't like a lot of fruity drinks, so I always drink tequila straight, or I drink I know.
Now
Or
that
I drink.
explains a lot right there. Why is she so pissed off? Just straight up tequila.
Shut up. I like dirty martinis, but I never know. I'm like, what else do I drink besides vodka soda? Or because you can't drink a
I'm
martini.
telling you,
Yeah.
go
everywhere.
on their site. There is one
now I
after
wanna-
the other after the other. I was going, oh my gosh.
Make cool drinks that don't have
Cool
a lot of
drinks.
sugar, maybe.
All you
Man,
need
the
is
funny thing
mixed
about it
berry.
is, Russell Davis made those recipes,
Oh, he
but
did.
then they type it out, all
Yeah.
the recipes, and it was hilarious. You're like, what is this? What is thyme?
Oh.
What is this? What is that? I don't even know what to buy that. And Roy's like, I don't know what simple syrup is, And it's, but even if I think maybe on our website, but I know on YouTube, we actually filmed at the here in downtown Dallas at a rooftop pool where we had Russell, BJ, and Roy actually explaining the recipes
Oh, cool. No way.
and making them.
That's on
Wow.
YouTube.
We need to add the video to
Yeah.
our YouTube.
That's cool.
That is very cool.
So, what would you look up? MVP vodka
Recipes, maybe?
recipe?
I don't know. Russell Davis. I don't. It may be.
Maybe it's on. Do you guys have
I
a
might-
Maybe,
YouTube
yeah.
channel?
Maybe. I think we do.
Yeah, okay, then there you go.
I think we do.
On the MVP YouTube channel. And also, everyone, vodka disinfects and alleviates a jellyfish sting. I learned that too when I was
Really?
researching this.
I thought I was peeing on somebody. No.
Well, that too, but the vodka seems a lot better.
And
I
people
would rather do that.
wonder why I always carry a bottle with me.
Just in case I get stung in Dallas.
I'm not wasting that mixed berry on a sting.
Oh no.
Just pee on me.
Yeah, just be on me, and
Just pee.
I'll keep drinking the lemonade.
Just pee while you're drinking.
That's right. If you drink enough, you won't feel the stings. That's fine.
Exactly.
That is so awesome.
So are you guys? So right now you have lemon berry.
Mhm.
So are you guys coming out with more flavors down the road, or
No, we don't want to be that brand that comes
Right.
out with a bunch of different ones, and then it's already tough enough, like I said, to compete to get in liquor stores, and then you're asking them for more shelf space for a small brand.
yeah?
But we think we knocked it out of the park with the lemon berry.
did.
So
You did.
kind of want to
Grand Slam.
push those two and leave it. I mean, Tito's did regular vodka, which has been done for 100 years.
Yeah.
and has killed it. So
Shit,
we
they're
kinda
everywhere.
we kind of want to leave it with those two.
Yeah, every time when I did drink vodka, Tito's was always my go-to.
Same.
So,
Same,
but now
but not anymore.
it's
See,
almost
and I think it's all become just because of name and
Yes.
what people talk about it, because we sit down many places and we'll do Tito's Absolute, Grey Goose, MVP, we'll do different ones and taste people. Tito's never comes in first. It's not a great vodka, but he's done a great job with it,
Yes.
getting it out there, but people just know it and they
Say
go
it.
to it. But if they ever taste it by itself without mixing it or compare it to other vodkas,
I've actually never done that. Like a vodka
literally
tasting,
was
like
just about to say the
not
same thing.
knowing
Yeah.
what the difference. If I tried it, like a sip of it,
I don't think I
what
ever
I
had
would like
vodka
better.
straight up. I've never had. It's always
When I was in
mixed
high
with
school,
something.
maybe.
Yeah, I know. But
So,
it's
when-
interesting.
So when we came out with this, we decided, we tasted corn, we tasted potato, we tasted wheat. Then we decided to go with wheat. And then so the guy that's doing our mix kind of came in with different wheat ones. I mean, and it was some of them you put it
Different.
here, and it was like, oh man, that smells like that'll kill you. So wouldn't even taste it.
Gasoline.
Yeah.
And some of them smell smooth, and you taste it, and it was like burn.
Burning. Mhm.
So we had to go back and forth, just trying to figure out how we wanted it, because we wanted a smooth vodka, sipping
doesn't burn.
vodka. Yeah.
Oh.
With that being said,
What makes you
let me
get a
try.
headache? Like if a vodka is not done right? Like what would make you get a headache?
Yeah, we talked about that. Patrick was like, well, if I don't get a headache, this is a win.
Yeah. And
We're super win-win.
Yeah, right?
I couldn't exactly tell you, what it is, but I mean, it's the smoothness, it's how it's distilled, there's many different ways to distill, you distill diamonds, distill charcoal, with this, with that, so.
That's good.
Thank you.
By
That's
itself?
it's really smooth.
Wow.
Does
That's
anybody
really
like
smooth, man.
burning vodka? Is that a thing?
No.
Is there
No,
people
nobody
like
likes
burning?
People who are in high school, and
Yeah, that's
freshmen and
what I was gonna
sophomores in college, they love it.
Your skull, your taka.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is when you're in high school and you're like,
Like, this is so cool. Yeah, it's
that
like
$9
yeah.
half gallon.
Exactly.
Ah,
It still
that's
tastes
so
like
funny.
charcoal.
The
Yeah.
plastic. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Pretty nasty.
So I got a question for you. So are you guys self-funded, or did you guys get VC, venture capitalists, people that invest in it?
Roy is the only investor.
wow.
Wow. And
But you told me such a cool story about him when he was playing football. Tell us what his mom made him do.
Oh, his mom knew everything he was spending. She was on the account
While he was playing football.
while he was playing football, making all those millions. And
smart guy.
Jerry
Good for her.
Jerry traded 2 first-round picks for Roy to come from Detroit to Dallas on a $40 million contract, and his mom knew everything that he was spending, and he retired with a lot of
A
money.
lot of money. So he just didn't blow it. Like
You see how
a lot
smart
of
that
them
is?
do.
There's a
That's
handful of the
incredible.
players that do that. I mean,
Well, yeah, and then they're broke.
yeah. Yeah, like Rob Gronkowski, he saved his entire NFL salary, everything he made. He lived off his endorsements, from my understanding. Guy is doing
But
okay.
a lot of guys have done.
Yeah. And then Marshawn Lynch. I mean, that guy he has 50, 60 million, they say, just sitting there. The guy didn't spend money on anything.
Only
But
Skittles.
Yeah, that's right. But it's funny because you're right. Most of these guys end up. They used to. I think they're way more aware now. I'm making a pure guess because I'm not a NFL multimillionaire. But there's a lot more people paying attention to how to keep these guys with their money. But the contracts these guys are getting also are just
It's unbelievable.
And it's really, of course, with anything in life, it's about the circle, the group that you have around you.
Sure.
Adrian Peterson's just a great guy, but he was too good of a guy sometimes. He gave out a lot of money to family and friends. Roy didn't have that. Roy had really good friends that weren't in his pocket. His mom, he bought her house. He had one car. She had one car. She still worked. He lived. We're country boys from Midland, Odessa, Texas.
Yeah.
We're used to simple.
Yeah.
And he lived that.
That's so cool.
Still does.
Still does?
He's one of the penny pincher guys. He's like,
Really?
man, this guy told me he'd spray the backyard for mosquitoes for $100, and I said $100. Dude, yeah, you don't want mosquitoes. You got a pretty big backyard.
They say that's how they keep it, though.
Yeah.
Exactly
More
right.
frugal.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
So tell me, you told me a little bit about it, but tell me about the Friday Night Lights situation with Odessa, Texas is like known.
Oh,
yeah, the movie.
That's
For the
right.
movie.
Yeah.
There's a movie made. It's called Friday
And a
Night
show.
Lights. And and a
and
show.
a TV
Right.
show. I mean, that's just pretty cool. I mean, it's known worldwide. That was, I think, 88, 89 season.
Yeah.
And so in the movie is actually pretty funny because Roy, who played at Odessa Permian, he's, a legend. It's the Roy Williams Fieldhouse there at Permian High School.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't
And
know.
I didn't know that either.
yeah, he played the defensive coordinator for Midland Lee in the movie.
Oh, no way.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. That's
That's
crazy.
great.
Yeah.
That's,
That's really
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
Is it still as crazy culture-wise in Odessa as it used to be back in the movie?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're still a small town, but it's more so oil field now than it was back then.
Some money back there then. Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of money, but it was like everybody from that was living there was pretty much from there. You had people moving in slowly.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I mean, money's booming, but 50% of the people that live in Midland, Odessa aren't from Midland and Odessa or from West Texas.
Do they still shut the city down? for
Oh yeah,
football games and all that?
game nights.
That's crazy.
Friday night game nights are crazy. I went back this weekend for the Midland Lee versus Midland High crosstown game. It was our 20-year anniversary or 20-year reunion for our 1999 national championship team. So my senior year, we were national champs
Oh, wow.
in
Nice.
high school football, and then we got inducted into the Midland Athletics Hall of
Wow.
Legends this past
Wow.
weekend.
Yeah,
Really?
congrats on that.
So,
awesome.
yeah.
That's
That is
It's
awesome.
crazy. I mean, seeing some of my teammates I haven't seen in 20 years, some in 10, some 15, but man, it was crazy. And everyone has their wives and their kids. And, it's my kids are 3 and 1 and their kids are 14 and 17, different things,
Isn't it crazy though to
Yes.
see where some people end up in their life?
Yeah.
I went back for my 20. I was like, what the fuck with some of these people? And I mean, they were supposed to be this super, this and that. They ended up being, not
Yes.
that at all.
Yes,
So-
yes. I mean, but a lot of us, like me and our middle linebacker, we went from daycare through high school together.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a small town thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
still friends today?
Oh, still best friends.
Oh,
No
wow.
kidding.
Like his son and my daughter have the same birthday, just a year apart.
No
No.
way.
But yeah.
He lives in Odessa?
He lives in Midland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, we talk once a week still, we're still best friends.
Wow,
but
that's awesome.
yeah, me and then our quarterback, he moved to town in 8th grade and I was the first person he met, we're still like brothers,
That's that small town.
It's
like
the small
it's
town.
like your
mentality.
Austrian
Yeah,
friends.
it's I have the same one still today.
Yep.
yeah.
There's something about it. It's something to be said about that. I
But
think it's-
we tailgated for that game on
You
Friday.
did?
Oh man.
Did you bring MVP Vodka?
Two big canopies.
gonna ask.
We had vodka. All of our coaches came back.
Wow.
Coaches are hammered before the game.
Oh,
Look
we
at that. Hail Mary.
were. They were. I mean, because we had the '98, the '99, and the 2000 team. We won
Oh, wow.
three state championships.
Oh
in
my
a row.
gosh.
And
You were
so
99? Is that what you were?
I was on the '98 and '99 team.
Oh, man. I was 96.
What position did you play?
Receiver. I played receiver '98, our first state championship. In my senior year, I got moved to safety, and I was the first team all-state safety on the national championship team.
Nice. Very cool.
So, but the coaches were too busy trying to see everybody and
Yeah.
meet their families and all of that. But we kind of
Party.
high-fived.
Were
and
these
we
the same
kept
coaches?
drinking. They're not the coaches who coach now,
Okay. All right.
but all these coaches are pretty much they've all retired.
Wow.
But they all came back from their hometown or from where they live now,
That's
and
so
That is cool.
amazing.
and got to
That is
see
crazy.
everybody.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is, we were there celebrating, this, which 2000 was the last state championship in Midland, and the Midland Lee team right now is 9-0,
No way.
and going for a state championship.
Wow, that's cool.
Wow.
It's the first
Nice.
undefeated team
Since then.
Since then.
Are you going to go to that game?
Wow.
I'll be at some of the playoff games.
That is so cool.
Wow, that is really cool.
I think
love
we
it.
went to Odessa one time when I was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Our school. And I think we got there and we were like, oh, like
Where did you
they're
go to school?
huge. R.L. Turner in Carrollton.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had to go out there and play in that Ratliff Stadium.
I just
You did.
remember the football players being really good and our team was not good. And we were like, guess we're going home. That's all I remember.
You're funny. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
TJ, tell us a little bit about your private, personal life. How you grew up. Like, were you an athlete, obviously, and then take us a little bit further.
grew up, born and raised in Midland. Me and my mom, 2 sisters. My older sister, she ended up, I think they got 3rd at state in track. My little sister was a trainer. But yeah, played football, basketball, and ran track. Of course, like I said, first team all state football, was all district basketball 2 years, and then went to state and track. But my senior year was all American, got 6th in the country.
My goodness,
in
Very
track.
athletic.
And then
family.
Such an athlete.
grew up there, lived a great, I mean, just a country, simple life. You know, my mom kind of spoiled me, but I was the only son. I was the only grandson also, because my mom is the only child. So my grandparents, you know, kind of spoiled me too. I was my grandpa's son and grandson. After high school, I went to Angelo State in San Angelo, Texas, on a football and track scholarship. Which my sister went there also on a track scholarship. And my freshman year, I was All-American in track. I got 8th in the country as a freshman. Suffered a shoulder injury and had surgery, and kind of got depressed and, you know, things like that. Ended up leaving school and went back home and just took some classes, did some rehab. Then I got an invite to try out for an arena football team, and 250 guys show up, and the coach kept 5 of us.
What?
What team was it?
This was in Lubbock. It was the Lubbock Lone Stars. It was gonna like a new league, a new franchise, and so went out there, tried out. You know, made it to camp. First couple games, I was on practice squad. Then one of the starting receivers got into an argument with coach in film, like on a Thursday, and coach dismissed him from the team. And we're stretching, and he says, "Hey, be ready, kid. You're starting Saturday." And it kind of took off from there. And I played 4 years of arena football, and kind of retired there, and met my now wife. She was in grad school getting a master's, and she ended up getting a master's and doctor's degree. And we moved here. And
what is she? She's a doc?
She's a physical therapist.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And they have 2 beautiful kids.
1 and 3.
1 and 3.
Yep. Brenley is 3, and Tristan just turned 1.
Nice. Nice.
So they're already athletic babies.
Oh, man.
1-year-old.
I'll show you videos of her swinging a bat. She's a lefty too.
Is your wife athletic too? Did
Yeah,
she play?
she's my wife's 6 foot.
Wow.
Ex-basketball player.
All right.
No way.
Yeah.
But yeah, your kids will be like major athletes.
Hopefully smart too.
They'll be smart.
They'll be smart. Of course
Something
they'll
tells
be
me
smart.
so.
Well, yeah. My wife, her mom, and her little sister all have doctor's degrees.
Wow.
And then my father-in-law has his master's, but he was a professor.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, get him some of that.
They'll be very smart.
Yeah, mix all of this up. So
That's crazy.
awesome.
That's really awesome. Wow, man.
Now, what do you think where MVP Vodka is, like, after 4 years? It has grown unbelievably. Where do you see it? When do you see an acquisition? What do you think?
I think maybe give us 3 to 5 years. We're growing, but haven't grown as much as we've wanted to. But we hired a COO about 4 or 5 months ago, who knows the business, who's going to, get us to the next level. I mean, we jumped in it with, a lot of hunger, ready to hustle and grind, but didn't know too much about the business. And so we've done, I think, what we can. But now we brought someone on who can get it budgeted right and get things right, so we can bring in more money than that's going out, which isn't a big deal with acquisition. It's not like, oh, we're spending $1 million a year and we're only making $500,000.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. They try and look at how much you're selling. So really just trying to get those deals and get more recognized and things like that. So hopefully within 3 to 5 years we can make something happen.
I mean,
Nice.
I'm not a big drinker or anything like that, but I've just been such a fan ever since we met you. That's all I talk about. I tell everybody about it. It's, and wait till you taste the lemon berry. I'm telling you, you gotta try it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. We've been blessed. I mean, especially with our families behind us. At first there was a lot of traveling, and so the wives dealing with us traveling and drinking and partying
And Vegas.
and Vegas a lot. So, but I think we're at a point where we're kind of starting to understand the business, but. I'm keeping it all. I see nothing but positive going forward.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
But a lot of people do respond to it because we don't have like sales reps or anything.
Right.
It's when someone shows up for MVP, it's one of us.
Yeah.
There's 5 guys in MVP. It's myself, it's Roy, it's BJ, then 2 of Roy's brothers that are in it, and then now the COO. But when there's a meeting, there's something going on in a store, you're gonna see one of us. You're not gonna see just someone else out there.
Does Roy go on sales calls?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Roy will meet me in Houston. We'll meet me in Austin. We'll go to El Paso, Vegas, and we'll set up 2 days of meetings, for 8 to 10 hours a day, and we'll just go all day hitting different places.
Yeah. What it takes. Beat the street for
Yep.
sure.
Wow.
I love it. I think it's gonna get big, and you're gonna get everything.
Well, now next time I go to the liquor store, I'm gonna buy MVP vodka.
So again, where are you guys at?
Some of the specs, and we're at all the goody goodies, your Total Wines, your Seagulls, then some
Goody
of the
Goody is
smarter-
the one I go to.
Yeah.
So I'll
Oh,
look
there
at it
you
for
go.
sure. Yeah.
We're at
You
all
gotta
the
find
goody
lemon
goodies.
The lemon berries there?
Yes. Yes.
I will get it for sure.
Yes.
Can you give us your social media stuff so everyone can find it on social media?
So at MVP Vodka is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Mine is, man, I don't even know. Glove _4_ me, MVP. It's glove for MVP.
sorry, dude.
Oh,
It's
Like,
glove for MVP, but I think there's
/
I think there's
24
underscores between glove and 4.
Well, we are gonna go to our
Are
Miss
you looking it
Polly
up?
segment.
yeah.
Okay.
I get to call her today.
She's going to look it up to make sure we get it right.
Just look up TJ Glover and then
It's
it'll pop
gonna
up
be
Glover
popping
MVP. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I was looking for the vodka first.
Yeah.
Got it?
Found it.
Yeah. I've missed this music.
Right?
It's this little jingle.
I
missed
know.
it.
I thought
Hello,
it
hello.
was a FaceTime.
Hi, Miss
Miss
Polly.
Polly.
Hey, Miss Polly.
Yay.
We have a special guest on today. His name is TJ Glover, and he and his partners have come up with a new vodka, and it's called MVP Vodka. It's the best one ever. You have to have some.
I would love some.
Lemon berry.
They have a lemon berry.
Oh my God, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's the best. You have to go get one. But
Okay. Y'all could send me a care package.
yeah.
There we go.
We have a question for you, Miss Polly. Do you know?
Okay.
Do the jingle.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
jingle.
sorry.
I forgot about jingle too. It's been so
jingle.
long since we've done
Thank
this.
you, Spider. Oh my
You're
gosh.
so good, Spider.
I know. Thank God.
I
Keeps
got
me
you.
right.
This is Penis and Pussy Talk.
Same reaction everybody gives us.
Never gets old.
Never gets old.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
Miss Polly, we talk about some of people's fantasies and sexual fantasies, and there is one. It says, "Have you ever fantasized about a sexual encounter with the same sex?"
No.
That
Yeah, I can say I'm doing that one.
everyone here is like, no thanks.
I think it'd be. I mean, whatever. I never have.
Whatever.
No. I was gonna say it's way more. I think acceptable for women to. I'm making a pure guess on this one. For it to be thought by women and done, I think more by women. But I mean, I don't know. When I used to work in the hair business, man, I'd have people hit on me all the time, and it just never ever did it for me. Guys that would hit on me all the time, and it never ever was something that I was like,
Miss Polly, do you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't you disappoint me all of a sudden being all prime and proper and prim and all that.
You know, I'm that one that does it. But it's well, been there, done that. So yeah,
You're such a slut.
You know, you go,
You're such a slut. I love it.
you go back to the things that you like, and you go, I like that. I remember that. That sounds good. I think I'll take that one. Yes.
All
okay,
right.
please.
I got the golden question. So how long has it been since this happened, Miss Polly? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Oh, I don't have to.
She's like, I'll make it up.
I would not expect any
Since
other
I
answer less than that.
fantasized about it, or since it happened?
Since it
That's
happened.
what-
Since it
I
happened.
want both.
She was just thinking. She was probably just watching porn before we called her. But when was the last time you experienced it?
My God, what do you think I am?
I know what you are. We've had these conversations. I lead a very boring life. I'm telling you. Yeah, sure.
I
Yeah.
fantasized about it or thought about it probably a few days ago.
Well, there you go.
There you go. And I'm not going to answer the other one.
Oh,
She
That's
pleads
right.
the fifth.
Yeah. Fifth for her.
Plead the fifth.
Uh-huh.
TJ was like, no.
She pleads the 69th.
Well, I think most men, straight men, would definitely give that like a hard no, like immediately,
Yeah.
without the
Yeah.
question even getting finished.
It was definitely a hard no, but I
Yeah.
was so interested in
But
hearing what she was going to say.
Right? Exactly.
Here's my question. Here's something that I have to ask.
What is it?
I'm going to ask a question of you guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'm going to turn the tables on you. So, here's my question. If your significant other, if you're in a relationship, and you've discussed this menage possibility, and she said her fantasy was to have two men, how would you feel about that?
No. It would be considered an ex-girlfriend at that point. No, I first off, I would never, if for me, I'm sorry, I'll be the dick here. It would be a complete problem for me if the girl I was with said, hey, I fantasize about having two dudes. That's not at all attractive. That kind of would shake, at least for me. I mean, I'm not prude. I think everyone knows that, but that would just be weird for me. For my girl to be like, hey, I want to suck some other dude's dick while you're banging me. That is not cool.
Yeah, that was fun in college, but
It was
Not your wife.
with
But
the
if it's-
homeboy and another chick. Yeah,
if
but
it's
no.
someone I don't know, like
in a
I
relationship
dated, I was
The
I dated this-
homeboy and another chick.
That's different.
Probably, like, I mean, like, not the wife. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I had
Once you're in a relationship on Facebook status,
You're,
That's no more.
No.
two dicks for
exactly
you.
right.
what you do?
One dick. One
I had a
dick
girl
for
that I dated.
Gino
who-
is dying, by the way.
See,
Everyone noticed.
Gino's just you have the tennis pros that want to do stuff with you with their balls and all that, Gino. So
Wait, what?
Exactly. I had a girl once that I was dating who we were just dating, like we weren't doing
Serious?
anything. No, we were just hanging out.
Myself.
And she just decided to divulge this fantasy, and her fantasy was for two of my friends, and she named them and myself to bang her. And of course,
All three of you?
all three, and it was like, I mean, we were just randomly hanging out.
Gino might just faint right now.
No, man, it was for me. It was something I didn't care anything emotionally wise. I was not invested, but it was still a weird.
What did you say? I'd love to have seen your face.
No, I mean, I didn't make it weird because I'm not prude and that stuff.
Like, that's
but-
cool.
But
Yeah, I was
okay,
like,
well, three
yeah.
of us, three holes.
It's all right. Yeah,
Well,
but
you know, we do have a few more orifices.
yeah, that's
More
very
than
true.
three?
You say three.
Well, I meant, we have three.
I was like,
when you said I don't know. What
I
other
was
three
like-
do you got?
we have more than three? I didn't know that.
New stuff to
No.
learn from Miss
I said
Paula
we
and
have
Marcella.
a few.
You, yeah.
Gino has missed being on this podcast.
You
I
have,
can tell.
right? But it was weird. It made it weird, and I stopped dating her shortly after, just because
Well, yeah, I guess my question would be like, just because there are men out there, believe it or not, who are straight, who like to share women.
I know that for a fact. Not that I've had anyone ask me. I know friends of mine who their wife's husband paid my friend to
I know that
have
too.
sex with.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get paid for it, but I've been asked to bang some couple guys' wives.
Yeah, and it's just
Really?
weird. Yeah, but that's just
What?
weird. That's
I've
weird.
been asked to go home with people, but I didn't know that on the guy's end. Like a guy's like, will you bang my wife? But this happened in your home.
What?
What? I'm sorry. What?
Wait, what?
You gotta hold the whole thing before you say.
That.
What?
Didn't somebody come to your house and ask your brother to bang their wife?
Yes, but wait, I forgot.
What? How do you forget?
Oh, yeah, just now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Tell that
wait,
story
Tell
real
this
quick.
story.
Oh my gosh, my brother came to visit from Austria a couple weeks ago, right?
This just happened?
This just happened. I
Yeah.
forgot about it. Oh my
I just
God.
remembered.
Gino, weren't you there? You were there. No, you were
Gino's like, I'm out of this conversation. What happened?
Well, they came over and they were.
This is your neighbor.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to bleep that out. But yeah, my next door neighbors, they're wild. I mean, they're wild
We think
anyway.
they're
Now,
swingers.
Are they? Well, you don't have to
We
imagine
think
that.
they're
Are they
swingers.
friends, like actual friends?
They're friends, and they come over.
Is she attractive? Are they both an attractive couple?
They're attractive, yeah.
They're very attractive.
This is awesome.
But they,
Why does that make a difference? But okay.
but they came over, and she was like on my brother like crazy. It was
With the
so
husband right
weird. The
there.
I was gonna
husband
ask,
was
and-
right
and
there.
he didn't- what was he doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. And then at one point, she said something, and then her husband said to my brother, like, "What do you mean? Like you wouldn't?" Kind of thing. Like he was offended.
No,
right?
your
No,
brother.
I'm saying it
So
wrong.
I guess that my
Damn.
uncle was getting hit on by that person,
Yes.
and it became very uncomfortable. I
For
guess
him?
for my brother or for my brother.
For your uncle?
You're right.
It stays uncomfortable for Gino. Gino lives in uncomfort the entire
For
podcast.
my uncle, and I guess he went up to the husband and was like, "I would just so you know, like I would never like
Right.
do that." And I guess the husband goes, so like almost like
What?
He was
aggressive.
offended.
So offended, he goes, "So what are you saying? Like you wouldn't fuck my wife?"
Oh yeah.
Which then you're kind of in like a lose-lose because do you say
Yes.
yes, I would, or you say no?
You say,
Then they,
And
then
then
they,
you sure you're okay? You sure you're okay with this? Okay. That's
then
crazy.
they made them go over the house and showed them the house
And the bedroom.
the bedroom,
Wait,
and all of
wait,
it.
what?
Where? Yes,
My
He-
uncle and his best friend went
Yeah.
to the house and they gave them like a tour.
a tour.
And my uncle said it became very uncomfortable when they showed them the bedroom.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
when he saw the chain.
Yes.
Swing in the
Yes.
corner.
That is crazy.
That's right. I forgot
Wow.
about that. That
That
just, I mean,
is-
that literally was like last month.
Yeah.
Well, there's all sorts of swinger clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, people are really into
I
it.
have gotten that vibe,
Yeah.
kinda, sorta, but
It's
Yeah.
amazing
No.
Mhm.
That's
how that
yeah.
has happened.
Yeah.
right?
I've had people ask me
Right?
to watch me have sex.
Wait,
But
what?
I've had couples or
Can we just
ask.
watch?
I know, yeah, I'm serious. Like in a club setting or whatnot, towards the end of the night, they're like, "Can we just watch you guys have sex?" When I was dating, at the
I've
time.
been
Yeah.
told that before.
They've said the same thing. Can we watch it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind. I mean, I wasn't.
We want to watch. I'm like, what?
I'm like, how much? And I'm just kidding.
And then they paid me, and then they watched.
I'm like, get my good side though. Get my good
It's
side.
hard for that
No,
stuff.
that's yeah. So I think I think it takes a special type of fucked up person to say yes, but
There's a
Yeah.
lot of them.
there's
Though.
lots
Yes,
of hey,
there are.
there's
There are
lots
a
of.
lot.
I'm a
More
believer
than
in
you
karma.
know.
I'm a believer.
You
in
would be
karma.
surprised.
Like, yeah,
What
I was
kind?
playing ball, and this happened to my roommate.
Which part?
No, where a guy had asked him to have sex with his wife, and I was like, "Fuck out of here! That doesn't happen."
Yeah,
Like,
right.
That's like movie stuff.
right.
And then it happened to me a couple years later, and I was like, "Oh, this is stupid. This is so stupid."
Hey,
But it's
so-
cool.
So,
But it's cool.
question
flattered, but
is, question is, how was it? I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's fun.
You did
Did you
it?
do it?
Oh man, I was liquored up, and
You did?
That's
that is
funny.
so great.
Inhibitions are down.
That
Woo!
is
Yeah.
too funny.
he just
mean-
he just sat there and watched.
Really?
Really?
No performance
when we-
anxiety, no nothing.
Man, started off it was like, all
You're-
right, this is kind of weird, and it was like, Oh,
Whatever.
I remember this.
That's so funny.
Oh, my God,
that's crazy.
hilarious.
You know, Gino, that's going to happen.
I like you already.
Some husbands gonna be like, you know, I see you training my wife.
way.
It's usually these rich people who are just like, you know what?
Nope.
I like the way she handles the balls. And next thing you know, I'm just saying, you
You're
know.
training her so well.
Woo, man.
Hey, Spider, you have been awfully quiet.
Very quiet. What's going on?
I have nothing to say about this.
Why?
I don't know. There's nothing I
Are you
deal with.
pleading the fifth?
Something like that.
Vodka's supposed to make you talk a little bit
Right?
more.
Right? Did you have any?
He didn't have enough.
I guess not.
We got a
We'll get
good
you
bottle
some
left.
more.
We still have the question of the day.
Yes. We're going to go to the question of the day. Stay on, Miss Polly.
Yes, ma'am.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
Question of the day. Broke up with your long-term 5 years partner 2 months ago and have not spoken since. Do you text them for their birthday?
God, no.
Wait.
So, Gino, you broke up with us.
Wait. Sounds like really
Familiar.
Oh, that's so funny. You guys were together for how long?
4 years.
Deja.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
4.5. Wait.
It depends on why you broke up,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
No. It does not depend on where you break. Well, no.
That was a very specific question.
Very
Oh, she said
specific
Gino
question.
first. She's
No,
like,
I
you sitting here saying,
I didn't
I'm
say Gino.
We all heard Gino.
I heard that, right?
In our head.
Well, you know, I agree with you. It depends. If this is someone that you're dating for and I think if someone you're dating for so long, for 5 years, right?
That's a long,
That's a long
time.
and you didn't want it to end, you still wanted to be with that person. I think at that point we've all been guilty of doing stupid, crazy shit. We're like, I just thinking about you. Dad, I love you. Happy birthday. I miss you.
Nope.
I would say yes, but that's not surprising.
No, Marcella wants to be friends with everybody all the time.
I know you're crazy.
I know.
So crazy.
I know. So I would say yes.
She'll go, oh, it's their birthday.
Then you reach out. How many people have you reached out to? You said happy birthday, and they're like, I love you still.
I did.
Miss Polly, you did?
All of them.
Yeah, I did. I mean, we have the same birthday, so.
Oh, yeah.
So then you just drag the pain on longer.
I don't remember any of my ex-girlfriend's birthdays, but I do. I get texts sometimes.
You do?
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
From
Well, I think, and then imagine if a lot of time goes by. I mean, if they sucked, like I usually forget, but sometimes I remember.
So do you respond? Hey,
Happy
thanks.
birthday.
If
Or
they
write
sucked,
me.
if they sucked like as a boyfriend, or they
Yeah.
sucked
No, as a
at bed.
boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
I sucked in bed.
Probably all the above, or at that point.
Right.
Isn't it all the
Yeah,
same?
not texting.
Yeah. Like, no. So, but what do you do when they respond to you, or you respond to them, and then they're like they're thinking that you're throwing out that olive branch of I want to talk to you again.
It's a huge mess. We'll go into that. Another
So
time.
so with that being said, isn't it safer
Why are we
to
going into it
not
another time?
respond? I know. I like
Well,
it. We
you
got time
probably
to talk
shouldn't.
right now,
But
Marcella.
I was very surprised that there was no communication whatsoever.
She just deflected that from herself
Who'd you point
right to you. Right to you.
I am surprised that there has been zero communication.
Oh, you haven't
not.
talked to her at all? Y'all haven't talked at all since you broke up?
Zero.
Zero.
Broke up March.
Really?
Yep.
Not one thing. Not Merry
Well, not
Christmas.
Well, that says a couple things because
Merry
she
Christmas
was
hasn't
cheating
been
on
here
you,
yet.
right?
Yeah.
Wasn't she cheating on you, or am I wrong? I thought you guys said she was cheating on you.
We think
We
there
think.
may at the end have been.
Okay. Well,
The
then
guy she's
the
with
fact that you guys were together for 4 years and she said nothing, that's usually a good indicator that they're already checked out.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make you feel
Oh,
any
yeah.
better. I know that, but
Oh no! The only thing that would make me feel better is a time machine to take
Go
back all that time and money and energy I wasted.
Do you ever?
You find that time machine, take me back.
God, yeah, I can think of a few that I was wasted for sure. Good lord.
Oh.
Is dude, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Yeah, I would never, ever. I wouldn't have any desire to say. I wouldn't want an ex to reach back out to me because
Would you?
I did.
Always. I would say happy birthday to
Yeah.
everybody.
but you're just a unicorn. God, you're like
Especially on Facebook. My mom says happy birthday to everybody.
Oh man.
You don't
Not to
understand,
mention, if you get told happy birthday, let me just tell you what she used to do. Like when Facebook, before like Instagram maybe, and everybody's telling you happy birthday, she'd call me and be like, you need to say thank you to everyone. I'd be like, okay, I'll say thank you, everyone.
Oh
She was
my
like, no. You have to respond to each one. That's the only polite thing to do. Like, thank you.
It's like sending
Thank
a
you.
thank you card when
so
someone sends
funny.
you a
So
gift.
Stacy's that way. She's like, "Hey, did you see that response?" I'm like, "Yeah." If I blanket, "Hey, thank you," or a like, if I just push like, that should be a good response. She's
No,
like, "You gotta say something."
You have to answer everyone. I mean, I think it's a very like Miss Polly said, it's like sending a thank you card. Like it's the polite thing to do. So
Nope.
No.
respond. Like I've spent hours responding.
Do you see?
Well, the thing
Not
is,
anymore.
like on my Instagram, if I post something and people leave a comment, I don't like their comment. I don't like
Don't
hit
respond?
the deal that I. But if it's like my son's, or like this weekend, I posted, the plaque that I was given for the induction and all these different pictures. People are like, "Oh, congratulations!" This. I like those, so that should be enough. Like, oh well, he doesn't respond.
I think liking is good.
Ones.
I think if you could just
but
like
I
it,
can't say thank you.
I say
everyone.
thank you. I have to respond to everybody.
good. You're so proper.
Well-
Especially the ex-boyfriends.
Your mother raised you well. She
I don't
did.
have ex-boyfriends commenting on my stuff, but
Really? Oh man,
I
that's
think
crazy.
we're all blocked from each other at this point. Most
Good
of them.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a good thing.
It is a good
A
thing.
good thing.
Thing.
X's are X's for a reason.
Yeah, that's why
They
there's the
never
block
work back
button.
out.
The block
Ever.
in red.
So Gino is like, nope and nope and nope.
And if
You
you add
suck.
me on Instagram, I will not follow you back. MVP.
It's so much. Just know you forever suck. So,
I mean, we have said that this platform really don't do us dirty these days. Now, I have probably slaughtered all ex-boyfriends on here.
Slaughtered.
Have I not? Every
Yes.
single one has come up. Now Gino's ex-girlfriend. So moving forward, nobody's gonna do anything to
that's
us.
so funny.
we'll
That's
talk
too
about
funny. I love this. This
Oh,
is
wait, how about the threat we got one time? And don't you dare bring this up on your podcast.
You had access
A
to
dance
that?
mom.
And guess what?
Oh.
And guess what she did?
Brought it up.
Right, I've won.
And read the whole message.
I sure did.
No
Yes, she
kidding.
did.
She ever?
Yeah.
You ever hear from her?
Nope.
No.
That's awesome.
Dude, you said I have a cool vibe. You were just like,
Yeah, right.
I was like, man, I'm digging that. I want to lean back. I want to lean back too.
Right on. Right on. This is good. It's a good show. It's a good
That
show.
is you're sick. You're yeah. That's good.
I'm like sitting all up at the mic.
I switch around. Sometimes I'm like this or that. But
Don't do them dirty. No.
that's right. No one fuck us over. We'll do the same thing.
We never say names.
You
I
get
think
the-
I like
you
Miss Polly.
You get both
Yeah,
of that
Miss
one.
Polly.
Love
I
Miss
think I like
Polly.
Miss Polly.
Yeah, Miss.
Oh,
You
yeah.
think you like Miss
I
Polly?
thought-
Everybody
Yeah.
loves
So
Miss Polly.
funny.
Can't not like Miss
Thank
Polly.
you. I like being liked.
Your love.
Hey, Miss Polly, are you coming back to visit us anytime soon?
I don't have anything scheduled on the books, but if you kind of give me an idea, it will have to be after the holidays.
Well,
'cause
then put it
they're
in the
just crazy.
calendar. We need to
Find a
come
date
back.
after the holidays.
We
I
need to
wanna- I wanna
redo
come
our
back.
photo.
I wanna
Yeah.
You definitely got to come back.
Yeah.
You definitely got to come back.
Those are always real fun.
You know
And
what?
then, and then I will have 2 bottles of vodka.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
bring
Berries.
berry.
It's kind of interesting to
that's neat.
have TJ on with our bourbon guy also.
Yeah, 2 liquor people.
Yeah, that would actually just be kind of cool.
It
Just
would
to-
be.
Interesting.
You know, so
But the thing is, a lot of us
well, who doesn't like being liquored up?
I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm saying,
I didn't understand that if it was talking about liquor or
anything that comes from Miss
Yeah.
Polly, you gotta double question it for sure.
but no, it like some of the local like Texas whiskey brands, like we all try and help each other out because
Yeah.
I mean we're not in competition. It's like, hey, let's help each other here. If you're doing a tasting, let me jump in on your tastings
Yeah.
with you. One girl can taste your bourbon and my vodka, and then we can double up on tastings. you know,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
cool.
and split the cost.
Well, what's cool
You know.
about I just brain farted his name. He was just with us Tuesday.
Randy.
Yeah, Randy. So he doesn't work for a company. He just has this. He's part of this like bourbon society. He's just really badass guy. He was really informative and just it was a great show. But just I think it'd be cool to have both
whiskey.
y'all at the same time talking whiskey and bourbon.
Probably teach me something.
Yeah, maybe.
He taught us stuff.
Well, on that note, you guys, thank you everyone for listening.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Please subscribe to our podcast
And follow MVP Vodka.
Yes.
Follow MVP Vodka and TJ Glover. And thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
coming
you.
to
Thanks,
see us.
TJ.
Thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
it.
He'll be back with Miss Polly.
Love
Love you, Miss Polly. Bye.
Love you.